Russia has communicated clearly that they plan on transforming the precious metals markets, gold, silver, platinum, palladium. What do we know about this plan? Where are we? Where will we be in the near future? It's a lot to consume, right? There's a lot going on in the world right now. Investing in gold and silver forces us to be up to speed geopolitically with what's going on in the world. And I don't know about you, but it feels like it's one of the more confusing times that I've been alive. Let's dig in specifically to this Russian plan to transform not only the markets for the metals, but also establish a reserve currency within the BRICS nations based upon more of the real assets. Again, things like gold and silver. These two facts, this currency they want to start, world reserve currency, and the new market for the precious metals, they very well could be tied closely together. It's a big subject. I'm going to do my best to share it with you. I want to hear your feedback as well. Let's get started right now. Have you heard it said before that the Russians play chess while the West plays checkers? Well, it appears that the Russians and the East, their latest chess move is to revalue the price of the precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, palladium. And why would they want to do that? Well, they are fed up with the Western financial system. Putin has come out and said he's done with this make-believe, paper printing, whatever you want to call it, shenanigans that are pulled by the Western central banks when it comes to their currencies and when it comes to how they value the precious metals. He's explicitly said that, and we know that the Eastern countries and the BRICS countries and South America, they love the precious metals. So it makes sense that they want to move, number one, to a currency, a world reserve currency that they can trade in that will be more backed by real assets. And number two, they want to establish their own central market for trading the precious metals. Putin's called this the Moscow World Standard. It would be a central hub competing with the lbma, the London Bullion Market Association, which has had a stranglehold on the price of gold and silver and precious metals for decades, almost 100 years. This new market would establish a completely separate central clearinghouse for precious metals transactions, with the idea being that the manipulation, which has occurred for decades and decades in the West, would come to an end and the price of silver and gold would find a new natural level, which many presume would be much higher than where it is right now. Are you the type of person that likes to talk about these types of subjects, dive into the deep end? Well, if you are, you found a new home. Welcome to Ron's Basement. From wherever in the world you are, you're with me right now here in the basement. I value that and I appreciate your time. If you enjoy my content, I put out a new video every single day. I plan on doing that one day at a time. You got a new friend for life? You can subscribe if you like right here. Please give the video a thumbs up, but most important, share your ideas, share your thoughts in the comment section below. We want to get to know you and we can learn from you. Now let's get back to the video. So let's talk about this new world reserve currency first, and then we'll talk about the Moscow World Standard, the new market for trading the precious metals. The new reserve currency would be an arrangement between the BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and maybe even a few more South American countries, possibly Argentina, and possibly some African countries, and possibly some countries in the Middle East. These countries are fed up with the US dollar. The US dollar has dominated world trade for decades. And unfortunately, the leadership in the United States, as we know, has not always acted responsibly with how they use the dollar from a financial perspective, from a monetary management perspective, and some people claim that the U.S. government has started to use the U.S. dollar as a weapon of war. These countries are fed up and want to move away from that system. So while the dollar now controls 70–80% of world trade, this new currency, this new arrangement between these countries would allow them to trade amongst themselves outside of the US dollar. But that gets complicated very quickly because you've got 10, 15 countries all participating in this new reserve currency, all of which would have to hold currency in the other trading partners. It could turn into a complicated spider web very quickly, but that's where real assets, things like gold, silver, oil, other commodities, come into play. The idea is that they will back this central currency with something real, something like gold, something like silver, and other things that these countries can use as kind of the basis for their share in the arrangement. And that's why they may want to have gold and silver and the metals repriced. It's even been said about oil. Many of the Middle East countries have complained about the manipulation of oil price. So there's a consensus amongst these countries that, number one, they want to have a new currency, a new medium of exchange, and number two, they want it to be backed with real assets. Again, things like gold and silver. And number three, if we kind of put all the pieces together, wouldn't it make sense that they would want gold and silver to be valued at their real value? And that leads us to the Moscow World Standard, the new exchange for precious metals. It's important to remember gold, silver, all the precious metals are the enemy of the Western fiat-backed monetary system. When they went off the Bretton Woods Agreement in 1971, everything went from being backed by silver and gold to being backed by nothing. The petrodollar was developed. Silver and gold became the enemy. The stronger silver and gold became, the less powerful the US dollar would be. So as Putin and the East and the BRICS nations come together to form this new alliance, to form this new reserve currency, they want their silver and gold to be revalued to its natural state. He wants to institute the Moscow World Standard, an international trading market for gold, for silver, for all the precious metals. And what prompted part of this, and it fits with the narrative that the West hates gold and silver, is as part of the sanctions that occurred during the Ukraine war situation, the LBMA, they banned any Russian gold from being traded in the international market. And it's important to remember two things. Number one, Putin has made it very clear that he's fed up with the banking, monetary manipulation, money printing, make-believe money that they do in the West, the fiat-based Western central banks, all the games they've been playing over the last decades. Number two, he's fed up with the price manipulation of the precious metals on the Western exchanges. And all of this becomes even more interesting when you recognize the fact that these countries that are involved in this new arrangement control and produce a majority of the world's precious metals and have a big chunk of the world's actual population. It's going to get very interesting in the coming months, quarters, and years. I'll be here for you through it all. We'll see how this plays out. But we could have bright days ahead for the price of gold and silver. I'll be looking forward to it, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time.